And declutter my kitchen.
I can't, it's for the customer.
Who cares about the customer?
I do.
Well, I don't.
Squidward.
Let go of that pizza.
No.
See, I'm Suzanne Ridgway. Welcome back to my channel. I am very busy this morning. Just had a shower. And I want to declutter my kitchen today. We're going to start with the cabinets right here and work on this today. Yesterday, I finished the top of my refrigerator. If it doesn't have a home, we're going to get rid of it. If you are new here, thank you so much for dropping by and clicking on my link. Thank you to everyone who supports me each and every day. Another decluttering video that time of the year. Towards the end of the month, I pick one area that I feel is a problem area and I declutter it. My subscribe guy just popped up. He's asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. Please click on that subscribe word down below. Tap on that bell. And don't forget about the giveaway when we hit 600. When we hit 600, we're going to give away a Dollar Tree $10 gift card. One for new subbies and one for comments. Must be United States residents. And if I get 10 subscribers, I've already gotten 3. 8 more to go. I'm going to do another items giveaway. And that's for new subbies as well, because I would like to get 10 subbies, and for comments. Let's get decluttering. When I declutter, my rule, and my number 1 rule, is to remove 10 items from the area. And that's the entire area that you're decluttering. And my zoning rule, I'll explain to you in a moment. I create it in zones. I also spend about 15 to 20 minutes per zone, so I don't get overwhelmed and feel like I'm over accomplishing or overachieving that particular area I want to declutter. Zone 1 is the counter. Zone 2 will be my cabinet with the plates and bowls. Zone 3, the spice cabinet. Zone 4, miscellaneous and baking supplies. Zone 5, colanders and tall glasses. These are up high because the last time I decluttered it was springtime and it was approaching summer and I don't bake as often, so I put them up high out of the way. Now I want to make them a little more accessible and easy to get to by lowering them. Now I mentioned zoning with the decluttering, and zoning is set up to help you feel less overwhelmed. Put it into sections, and you can call it sections if you want instead of zoning. The definition of zoning is to divide into or assign zones, and we did that. I have 5 zones. I'm going to start with this cabinet right here with the plates and the bowls. I'm going to take everything out and put the things that I use less at the very top, because these are very tall, steep cabinets. For some reason in older homes they do this. It's a very tall cabinet. Let's open it up and take things out. I'm going to do one zone at a time. And I'm also going to do one shelf at a time. My back will be turned to you from time to time, just so you know. Anything expired or old, this is a great time to get rid of things. I'm so over these things, so I'm going to put this in a donate pile. Just going to grab my wiping sponge right here and just give it a light wipe. These are available at walmart.com. I'm thinking they're by Mainstay, like their other household products. They were very inexpensive, and I'll link the item down to my description box below in case you're interested in getting these for your cabinets. I use them for small plates and bowls, as well as for tall glasses. Just kind of wipe it down, get all the dust off. I like to put the bowls underneath on the bottom. And plates, I like to generally stack by size. The largest to the bottom, the smallest to the top. And this blue one should be in my buffet because it's for Easter and Mother's Day. It's my special wishes. And the small one's on the top. I gotta replace 2 of the orange ones unless they're in the drain. And I see them over in the drain. They were washed today. Now I want to find a way to utilize the space for our bowls that we use for chips. I have another one of these, but my husband's probably snacking on his chips while he is working. He likes to have chips during the day in between lunch and breakfast. Place that right there and that one. I'm going to get all the straws facing one way. Remember these from the 90s? The Dollar Tree's been carrying straw bowls. My kids still love them. Since there's not so many plates, let's do this. Nope, it's going to be too tight. So I'm going to take the straw bowls and I'm going to stack them along the side like that. Now I have all my spice packets here. And I gotta check the dates on them. And the onion soup mix, I just bought that. This is still good. This is expired. And I have a chair in here so I can easily reach because I'm kind of short. These are my shake and bakes. I have a short that I'm going to upload later today on how I make my juicy pork chops. And they're the center cut ones, and I score them down the side, which is like a knife slit. And then I pre-season them, and I add some onion soup mix onto them. And then I put them in the bag and shake them. Then I put 2 tablespoons of oil all over the pork chops on aluminum foil. Put them in the oven for the required time and temperature. And they come out crispy on the outside and juicy and chewy on the inside every single time. Finally learned how to do the shake and bake pork chops. So I'm like, yay me. Chili. It's that time of the year. And we always keep these on hand. Bag and season slow cooker. I have these napkin holders from the Dollar Tree. And because people don't put things back ever where they belong, they just put it away quickly. They fit quite a few and they stay in place in your cabinet. Put them up along the side here. Just like that. And I have these skinny bins from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 3-pack. Just gonna wipe it out because I don't want to attract ants in my cupboards. Wiped it out completely. No more spice stain. I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. stick it along the side here. And it fits perfectly back in this corner snug. Put the spices in it like this. I tried the command hooks on the door, and they didn't really work very well. And we'll be doing peas for a while. Put them to the back. And I have 4 packs of the onion soup mix, so that's a box plus 1 packet. And I have a full pack of pork mix. And I'll put them on the side. Right here. Just like that. Plus I have an extra box on deck. These I pick up at the Dollar Tree, and they're the new larger value size. You get 3 instead of 2 for $1, and it's just as good as the name brand for $1. Focusing on this shelf now, let's take everything out like we did with the first one. These are my plates from the Dollar Tree. I have had them for 5 years. They're very durable. I have an 8-piece place setting because I have company a lot, and I love them. I'm going to get on the chair here, which I do not like doing. I'm going to wipe this out. I found an extra couple of bags here. So I'm going to hang on to these in case I lose one. And we're just going to wipe this out. And I'm going to put these back. I don't know if this dish holder will fit in my cabinet, despite the fact that they're big and deep. I'm going to attempt it because I think I'd rather have my dishes standing up. Let's see how this will work. I'm sure my husband's not going to like it. Carefully get up on the chair so don't fall down. And it's not going to work, so we tried it anyway. So let's just lay them down, like we intended to. Put the bowls back. And when I'm up here, I'm going to take down my extra serving bowls that we used during the holidays. And my platter that we use on Sundays and holidays. This doesn't belong up there, so we're going to find a home for it. I recently replaced them, so it may be going bye-bye. I'm going to wipe this out while I'm up here. I got new ones at Walmart and store. I'm doing my spice cabinet, and now's a good time to check all the dates on them, make sure nothing's expired. And I do go through a fair amount of sprinkles, so I will need all those. I'm going to take everything off each shelf as I did all the dishes, and whatever's expired or I am completely over, I'm going to either donate it, purge it, or toss it. I'm on zone 3. This is the medicine area. Okay. And then I'm going to go through all that barbecue sauce from McDonald's And take everything off like I've done the other two cabinets. All the way up to the top. Here is the after. All wiped out and organized. Decluttered. Removed all the expired spices. Less commonly used items at the very top. I'm on zone 3. This is the medicine area. And then I'm going to go through all that barbecue sauce from McDonald's and take everything off like I've done the other two cabinets. All the way up to the top. Up at the top, I keep the sponges. My husband does a lot of the dishes, except for when I do my cleaning videos. I move the glue and the tape to the top because my 12-year-old likes to take it and dump all the glue out in projects, and then I have to buy more. And I put certain things up at the very top that we just don't use too often and put them in the bins to give it a nice clean look. Moved all my baking to the middle shelf, and I have blueberry mixes, sugar cookie, peanut butter, chocolate chip, and brownie mixes, and I'm all set for at least a month of baking for church and school functions. Now I'm down on the medicine part, and I have a Lazy Susan here. And I really like it because it's easy to turn it around to look for things when I have to sleep in the morning. But I'm going to go through and see if anything is expired or 5 years from expiration date. You should discard them. My doctor told me a lot of the meds have at least 5 years after the shelf life. And I always keep one of my pills that I take every day, a 30-count bottle on deck for emergencies in case they're out of stock. I'm going to remove that blue basket and wipe it out, and then we're going to put everything back. Here is the after, starting with the medicine cabinet. I took out the big bulky basket, put the skinny bins in. These are all unopened in current date, so I'm ready for the winter for any kind of colds the kids get if they get sick, and they normally don't get sick a lot, knock on wood. Band-Aids and Epident in here, and my Lazy Susan is all cleaned up and accessible. Light bulbs to the back. My oil right there on the side. All my baking stuff is easy and accessible. I found a ton of cupcake holders, so I don't need those. My measuring cup that we use quite a bit. And as I said, everything that's commonly less used is in little baskets that all look alike for a nice clean look to hide clutter. We are on to zone 5. I'm going to take all the glasses down, and I'm going to wipe out the cabinet like I did the previous other cabinets, and then put everything back. There is the cabinet all wiped out, and I tidied up the glasses. I put my coffee mugs at the top that I don't use that often. My kid loves their Sonic cup. The plastic cups with the straws that my tween loves. And I mentioned in a few videos ago my hooks from Walmart.com that free up your cabinets of bugs so you can hang them over your sink or wherever you would like in your kitchen. On to the countertop. I'm going to just take everything off, give it a deep clean, put everything back, and just go through all the utensils and what I'm completely over or I have duplicates of, except for my wooden spoons. I use a lot of them, and I've had them in every kitchen since the 70s. They were my mother's, so they stay, no matter how many of them I have. And we're just going to get rid of things that are dull, broken, mismatched, things that don't belong in the baskets. They're supposed to help hide the clutter of the big utensils, but obviously, as you can see, it is not working, and I need to find a good solution. Some of the things I'm getting rid of, this old dish because I have a replacement one that's new. All this on the floor is going to be purged and donated, and I've gotten rid of more than 10 items because about 5 bottles of spices I discarded because they were expired and hard as a rock. I'm removing everything completely off this counter, and we're going to do a big deep clean. I have some all-purpose kitchen counter cleaner that I got from the Dollar Tree. You can use it on any surface. And I have a magic eraser, so I'll get off some of the water stains. We're going to take care of that. I'm going to get everything down a little bit at a time to because there's not a lot of room in this kitchen, even though it appears to be big. These nesting baskets I picked up at Walmart last January. And I have a ton of utensils that we need to go through. Both from the Dollar Tree, my Comet and Magic Eraser. I'm going to use them together to get off those stains as best as I can. Look at that. Magic Eraser works well. This is one from the Dollar Tree, and you can get them in a 3-pack. They have new larger sizes. A lot of times I cut them in half, so I have one for another time. Alright, so let's go through these. I don't use this at all. I don't use this at all. I do use my scoop. This is really sharp. We just got the butcher knife. I don't like this whisk. It's very flimsy. This I love. It's tongs and a whisk, and it's very sturdy. I just got this baster for Thanksgiving. Garlic press, I will keep this. I do use real garlic from time to time. And if your bins are dirty on the inside, always wipe them down when you're decluttering. This is the only real cleaning that I do, so it doesn't become overwhelming. I'm going to have a lot to donate and purge. I keep chalk because mice and ants do not like chalk, and it keeps them away. They also don't like peppermint. Neither do spiders. If you have a spider phobia, I have peppermint throughout my cabinets so I don't get spider webs in the corners. These hurricane vases I got at the Dollar Tree. They hold utensils, and I love them. These shorter ones can go back into my other drawer with the silverware because of the new organizer that I picked up. I recently did my utensil drawer. And I'll put that video in my description box down below with the players list for Clean With Me. That's where I put all my cleaning and decluttering videos. I have my R from the Dollar Tree. It's going to stay there. And I don't need 2 of these. My tools for the stand mixer I do need. I'm just going to put that directly up against the wall. just a little bit. Always stay hydrated when you're cleaning. I'm going to move my crock pot to the floor momentarily. I have storage in my basement with shelves where I keep my spare crock pot, and I got to get that back down there because I haven't been using it, and it's just wasting realty up in my kitchen here. But I do use it, so I have to keep it. This is nice and clean. Now you see me use hot soapy water a lot. And when you don't see on video, I do a deep clean every other day. Because it just makes the videos way too long. The countertop is all done. And we took everything off and deep cleaned it. Put away the dishes. I'm making an apple dump cake later. Touched up the under the shelf cabinet. Here's the dishes. And my spice cabinet. All the less commonly used items at the top. Mr. Rooster stays in there. Mr. Rooster stays in there. Medicine Decluttered. All my baking stuff is accessible. Less or common used stuff again at the top. And I tidied up the glasses. As well as the colander and popcorn bowls. All the stuff on the floor is going to get purged, donated, or tossed. Whatever doesn't get purged and donated is going to be thrown to the recycle bin. That is it for this decluttering video. And I decluttered it in zones. And again, zonings mean when you divide sections into areas. We had 5 zones. I got them all done. We wiped everything out. We decluttered. I decluttered over 20 items and unstuffed my cabinets and made them more pleasing to the eye, organized, and functional for the busy baking season ahead of us with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and just because it's going to be cooler weather and winter coming up. Thank you so much for everybody for watching me all the way to the end. Thank you to everyone who supports me each and every day. My subscribe guy just popped up. He's asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. Please click on that subscribe word down below. Don't forget to tap on that bell. When we get 10 subscribers within the next week, I will do another items giveaway. I'll put all that information in the description box down below, along with the giveaway information when we hit 600.